Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with this young centre back, Chadi Riad, who recently opens up on his debut game. He admitted by saying that he cried when he played against Osasuna. That was his first game in the senior team ever. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Jules Kounde and Ousmane Dembele, as the Barcelona duo have officially been called up as part of France World Cup squad. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona's recent win over Osasuna was a landmark moment for Chadi Riad, who made his debut by appearing as a substitute in the last minute of the game. The 19-year-old replaced Pedri at the dying embers as Xavi opted to add more defensive bodies in a desperate attempt to secure his side's slender lead. Speaking after the game, Chadi Riad sounded grateful to Barca for that opportunity he had, revealing that it was a special and emotional moment for him. He said, "My Barca debut? I worked hard for this. I am very, very happy. I've been dreaming about these days since I was very young. I want to thank Xavi for his confidence," Shadi said. "I cried after my debut. I was very, very emotional." A product of the famed La Masia Youth Academy, Chadi has enjoyed a rapid rise to prominence in recent years, having made a solid impression with his performances in the youth divisions. He has been a constant feature for Barca's under-19 and other youth setups, which in turn have rewarded him with a call-up to the senior side. Chadi thanked God for his family, for his success. He said, "When I stepped onto the pitch on my debut, I immediately started thinking about God. I thought God was going to help me in those last minutes of the game. I also thought about my family, who have supported me all my life," he said. Although the 19-year-old will be impressed with himself for his ascension to the senior side, Chadi has a lot of grounds to cover if he is to become a regular member of the first team. Despite Gerard Piqué's retirement, the youngster should face stiff competition from the likes of Ronald Araujo, Andres Christensen and Jules Kounde for a place in the side. Not to mention, Barca may even sign a new face in the central defensive unit come January, so it will be interesting to see what the future holds for young Chadi Riad throughout the rest of the season. Chadi Riad made his debut for Barca against Osasuna. It was a game for him to remember. Definitely playing your debut for Barca, coming from the La Masia, is always a dream for any player, And he admitted how emotional he was. He was nervous from the look of things. Also had to thank Xavi for the confidence, thanking God, thanking his family for the support. Of course, he's a centre back, and who knows? This might just be the first game, and first of many more games to come for Chadi Riad. And maybe, just maybe, he might start featuring at some point in some games this season onwards. And of course, if he continues to impress, that's just it. If he continues to do well, then I think Xavi will have every reason to always feature him in some games, especially from the bench. So everything has a start, and if a young player like this starts being trusted by the manager, definitely means there's something that he possesses. I think it's great to see Xavi giving some of these youngsters the opportunity to express themselves on the pitch. So let's see how far it goes for Chadi Riad. Of course, right now we even have some centre backs injured like Araujo, Kounde. Definitely after the World Cup, those players might have returned. So definitely it's going to be difficult for Chadi Riad to make his name on that back line. It's going to be interesting to see, how things go for the young star in the future. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, France has become the latest nation to release its official squad for the upcoming FIFA World Cup. As the defending champions, there was a lot of hype surrounding Didier Deschamps' decision-making, especially given the amount of quality he had at his disposal. The Frenchman has now finally released his 26-man squad, which features two Barcelona players in the form of Jules Kounde and Ousmane Dembele. Kounde's selection barely comes off as a surprise as the Barca centre-back has established himself as one of the best young defenders in the world. His speed, athleticism, and technical abilities, coupled with his versatility, could prove to be handy for France. Kounde himself has showcased his desire to not only be part of the French national team, but also become a starter for Le Bleu in their quest to retain the World Cup title. The 23-year-old, though, should face immense competition from Presnel Kimpembe, Lucas Hernandez, Rafael Varane, and Dayot Upamecano, among many others. Dembele's selection, meanwhile, caps off an excellent turnaround year for the Barca winger, who was essentially written off from the French national team books 12 months ago. However, thanks to an excellent end of the 2021-22 campaign, coupled with his growing influence in the Barcelona attack under Xavi, Dembele has earned a place in the Champs setup, though it remains debatable whether or not he will start too many matches. The former Dortmund starlet, after all, is facing competition from the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, Kingsley Coman, and Christopher Nkunku, all of who have performed consistently and have a lot of experience under their belt as well. Given Dembele's reputation as an impact player, it will not come as a surprise to see Deschamps utilizing Dembele as a super sub in matches. He may also use him as an Coman in alternative matches, even though keeping troops happy will not be the first priority for Le Bleu coach. With each passing day, different nations continue to unveil their official 26-man squad list for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Yesterday, France did release their own, and of course, Dembele and Jules Kounde of Barca have been included in that list. Of course, we're all expecting those two to be included in their French list, their French squad list, and I think they earned a spot there because they have been brilliant. Of course, Dembele, things have turned around for Dembele drastically after a very poor first 4 years at the club. I think since Xavi came in as manager, Dembele has really improved and he has earned his spot for me to play for the French national team for this World Cup tournament. Kounde as well has been so good, so solid, despite having a recent knock, but he will be fit before the World Cup according to reports. So let's see how it's going to look like. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.